I'd like to call the meeting to order. I'd like to welcome all visitors and guests that are in the room. Candace, let the record show there is a quorum. Board members are present. At this time, we'll say pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of March 6, 2023 minutes.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Approval of the April 3rd, 2023 agenda.
To move.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Staff attendance recognition.
Good evening. Jones County Public Schools would like to acknowledge and honor the school with the lowest average number of teacher absences each quarter. During the third quarter, teachers at Trenton Elementary had the highest attendance rate, which is very difficult to do during the third quarter. At this time, we'd like to present a traveling trophy to Mrs. Downs and her staff.
Very good.
Speak. Speak.
It was hard fought victory.
What you do? Put them in a dungeon?
Yes. It's my intimidating size.
I believe that. I heard all about
She's got a full hook piece of clothesline.
Just the whole staff?
They're well attended. They attend very well.
it. Hold on.
Awesome.
Be an example. Be an
We
example.
can only bring so many as long as they're still in this room.
Very good, y'all.
Thank you, guys. Awesome job.
Thank you again.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Everybody.
Public comments.
We have no public comments at this time.
All right, we're moving to our discussion
Oh,
item, department update.
Board members, you have in front of you updates from each of our departments, from human resources, the maintenance, the CTE, the academics, and so we share that with you. And ask you to look over that. If you have any questions for us now that you saw something you noted, or if you have any after you leave here, please let us know, and we will certainly look into things.
Only question I saw, and it was the dip in the ADM number. And more so the Jones Senior number, that reason. I think we lost over 20 students.
What's this say? Yeah, I'm down significantly.
That,
Do you want
I can try.
Okay.
I don't have a reason for the dip, but I noticed that there was a dip.
I mean, I know it was the reason.
No,
Did we look-
we expect to see one January because we have mid-year graduates that come out that graduated in December. But this month, I don't really have the information why it dipped, but I noticed it as well.
And I thought about the graduation, but it wouldn't affect it January, right? Or,
The mid-year
February,
graduates,
yeah,
you know,
okay,
they could
all
look right, we bring them out right after we come back from Christmas.
okay, thank you.
You talking about being in the 900s? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, if you compare from last month in
Yes.
January,
Yes.
if you got the report, you'll see it was like 550.
I was trying to get on the same page you were.
Yeah.
Yep. We hadn't had a hurricane either. Not now.
Mr. Watson, any question for the department update?
I'm good.
Mr. Griffin,
Yeah.
Mr. Young,
No,
Ms. Bird.
Oh.
No.
All right,
Hold on just a second. I think this was the piece of paper it was on. Did it mention? Was this the one talking about how FFA yeah, I thought I saw it in this piece. I want to congratulate them. What was that bio? What was that bio? What? Won an FFA? Won a state championship, right?
for sure.
At 2 in a row,
back to back.
back to back. And the masonry department won $500 in competitions. You know, all the props to the kids and the instructors. Thank you.
There's been several of our CTE
Good point.
Yes,
departments that
yes.
have done outstanding.
Yes.
It's not just,
Let the
Very
CTE
good.
folks know. Thank you very much,
yeah.
everybody, but that's very impressive.
You good? You good?
You talking
Mr. Long,
about-
yeah.
Are you good now?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Thank you, Ms. Griffin. Thank you.
Superintendent update and comment.
First of all, I want to thank members of our community that went to our strategic plan updates at our schools. We had pretty solid turnout in the Maysville and Pollocksville. We had some low turnout with the very first one that we did, and so we're going to kind of figure out a way that we can increase that and improve our turnout and maybe do it where it coincides with student events. And I think we're going to do a video of our presentation and make it available on the web and create a venue where people can comment, make suggestions just as those here. So we plan to work on that. Thank you all that came to those sessions. I want to thank you all also for attending the county commissioners meeting. We had a really positive meeting, and we appreciate the fact that each and every one of y'all were there to be supportive with that. And so thank you for that. Staff Development Center, progress being made. We had our floors done this weekend. Furniture will be in the week after we return from spring break, and so that should be completed. That's all I have. I'm just thankful that we're at a point where we're at spring break. I know when I walk the halls today at Jones Senior, our teachers are ready for that break, and so we want them to enjoy that and celebrate Easter. And we look forward when we return from that having a strong finish. And so we're just thankful to be at this point of the year.
2 words for increasing attendance at meetings: free food. That usually helps.
Yes.
Serious.
Yes, sir. Any questions?
No, sir.
Mr. Griffin?
I still wonder about the SRO stuff. We're still, how far away are we from the SRO? having
That's on the
SRO?
agenda item.
Huh?
That's on the agenda item.
Okay, well, we'll wait then. I mean, I was looking at the report.
You got any?
No, I
You
just
good?
already seen her
Any more questions for,
here.
any questions, Ms. Dr. Thigpen? You good? Superintendent update?
Mhm.
All right. Board member comments. Mr. Walker.
Are y'all hearing anything about potential applicants? Oh, I'm sorry, it's on the agenda for later. Go ahead. That's the only
You good?
question I had. I'm good.
Mr. Griffin.
We don't have any this time.
not this time.
All right. Action item. Approve to amend the policy 8325 daily deposits.
So Ms. Moore, our finance officer, had requested that we update our policy to increase the amount from $100 for a deposit to $250. And Candace went back and cleaned our policy. And on October of 2017, the policy was updated to allow us the $250 a day before the deposits. And so we don't really need to create a new policy that it's already in play based on what we have in 2017. So that there's not an issue there. I mean, we can reaffirm that,
We good with the 250?
yes, that's the amount allowed by state law, I believe.
But I know they moved the state law to 500. That's all I was asking.
Oh, they have?
Yeah.
Okay. We're good.
But you good to, yeah.
Yes.
They moved it up to 500. All right, approval of SRO contract.
So you have the copies of what would be the new SRO contract. In January, we were approved to give that permission to up from 2 SROs to 5 SROs. The county commissioners agreed in their meeting to do the match of 55,000 to the grant of 220,000. That is the contract that they have signed for you because of the amount. It has to come to our board for approval as well. I know that the sheriff's office has had some difficulty in trying to recruit enough people to come into that SRO.
That was what was gonna be my question.
Mhm. And so what he has done in his area is, he created their sergeants now for SROs so that they get paid at a higher scale. And what we've done is use some of that lapsed salary that we've already given, to offer a recruitment bonus and also retention for the 2 that we have. So it's the same. So the ones that are here, we want to retain them, but we also want to be able to recruit additional ones.
Will that number be the same for both?
Yes, it'll be the same.
Okay.
And so, that is all part of what we're trying to do. A lot of counties around us, they still pay more. The sheriff's office itself is able to pay higher. And so that's one of the issues that they run into. So they tried to adjust their scale and they pay at a sergeant's rate versus, I guess, I don't know all, I hate to say, I don't know all the ranks that go with the police department, sorry. But they paid them at a higher sergeant rate, so that they could get a higher rate. And so we're trying to hopefully see if we can creatively use, to try to recruit some. I think he has a third one in the pipeline for it, and then he has one, I know that he was trying to recruit from other ways, but we're hoping this will help get him in there.
The recruitment process is done by the sheriff's department totally, right?
Yeah, we contract directly with the sheriff's office. We can pay the recruitment components for it, but because of the lapsed salary, but as far as being the ones who hire and decide who can, because they have requirements, SROs have to have experience and go through certain training. They do all of that. We should contract directly with the sheriff's department for that.
Thank you. Ask them to sell the slow pace lifestyle along with the good, well-behaved kids. Maybe we can,
I know.
which is true.
It is.
So we should be able to use that as a sell point. I would think so, yes.
You need a motion? I make a motion.
Got a motion?
I got a second. Yeah, whoever.
I'll second.
I'll second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Uh-huh.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
May I ask speak just a second, because I think this might be falling under you too. If one of our students in any of the schools, are turned in by anyone suspecting any drugs or weapons or anything, and are called to the office, and, you know, whether they're cleared or not cleared, I think the personnel at school should call that parent and let them know that they had questioned their child that day, so they'll have accurate information when that child gets home. Do you understand what I'm asking
I
for?
think so.
Yeah.
If they were like turned in for, like, say, having a weapon or having
Yeah.
drugs or something.
I
of that
mean,
nature. Is
just
that what you're
to
asking?
clear it, because obviously every kid in that school has seen one or two kids, or however how many it may be, escorted to the office. And it's sort of like, you know, clear your name, or letting the parent know that, yes, we called them in, we suspected them of a weapon, or we suspected them, somebody had said they may have drugs on them. I mean, I think it should be, the parent should be contacted and let them know that their kid was checked and there was nothing found, or there was something found. I'm sure you called when there was something found, but I think it should go both ways. That's just my opinion on that.
I know that would be more work, but I would feel better. I agree with Ms.
Yeah.
Phil on that. I know it would be more work on our part, but it sure does show a lot of courtesy.
I think so. I've had this situation asked me this week, or last week,
That's
why
why I've had it put to me too.
putting it out there.
I can follow up on that. I'm not sure the specifics. but
And I don't-
can follow up
Right,
with
I
that
don't
and
need
try to-
specifics, because it
Right.
probably happens,
Yeah.
and we should do what we should as administration, check into it, but I would feel better if the parent was notified, especially if it's a minor. I mean, and we're responsible for all those kids, whether they're minors or not.
Ms. Phil, are you, is that, if law enforcement is involved in any way, is
I
that what
would-
you're saying?
Yes,
If they're
Okay.
below 16, we have another staff member with them anyway.
Great.
yeah. Well, I'm not questioning the validity of it,
Right.
you know,
But if they have contact with law enforcement, it would probably be a good idea.
yes.
If law enforcement is not involved, everybody's doing their job. I don't, y'all go right along like you've been going, but.
But if law enforcement is involved, I feel like that needs to be
And
a phone call made.
I've been
Well,
approached
no,
with that.
sometimes if somebody's witnessed something, now I do know they have an anonymous reporting system that they use, not just through the phone system, but like the paper.
Right.
Like they'll go and get them, but it may not be that they're investigating them as the person. They may be saying, have reported and said something's happening, and they're talking to them to get the report. I know that they go and get those kind of students. That
I
kind of thing, but
understand that very well.
I can try to figure, look at what you're saying from that perspective. I don't know details, but I will follow it.
Thank you.
On that.
And it's not a complaint about any specific person. I just feel like that parent needs to be called if it's worth our time, especially when they're, innocent.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
I think the other one, next time.
Approval of sole source letter for Over Communication America.
So you also have the quotes. This was, the items that we received grant money for. I'm asking for the sole source letter because this is compatible with all emergency management systems that we have in the county. MCA handles all of those, and they will be able to, upon dispatches, release, be able to create shared lines in case there were a need for emergency management school systems to be able to communicate and so forth. So I'm asking for that consideration for support.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that, yes.
Can I ask a question right quick?
Wait a minute. Yeah. Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Did you say that entire $137,000? Is that what it is? 137? That's grant?
Collectively, it's outright at
It's two.
200, we got about 267. And so what we're gonna do is look, we were able to take out a couple of things that were redundant out of the initial quote we got.
Right.
The one that you have is kind of parsed down, and there may be some other expenditures. We've been able to expand it to include the microphone radios on the bus, which wasn't in the initial quote, but we've been able to expand that. And they've been able to do, I guess, the survey of coverage in our county with this, and also the extenders. We're about 95% coverage in our county. And so it's all grant funded. We're not having to pay for it.
Right. That was my question. Thank you. Thank you,
It's a
ma'am.
great idea.
Yes.
I really like it that it's connected with EMS.
Yes.
Much interest.
And those radios are extremely expensive.
They are.
Keep it.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor?
All right.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Approval of class size waiver for Trenton Elementary School.
Good evening, I'm here before you for the spring class size waiver request for Trenton Elementary. We have a third grade class that is over by one student at this time, and so we are going to request a waiver from the state for that one student. We need your approval to do so.
I make a motion.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second.
Does the teacher have to sign off on this too?
Any further discussion?
Sir,
Does the teacher have to sign off on this too?
does the tutor sign off on it?
Teacher.
The teacher.
The tutor doesn't sign off on this, no.
What,
Reason I asked, my daughter's in Florida. She just got a 23rd. Her and a couple of kids, they do some type of like sharing classrooms. One teaches math, one teaches those stuff. And the teachers have to sign off if they got more than over the limit down there. That's all. I didn't think our teachers had to do it.
They do not. They're aware, we share with the principals and teachers the law of what the K-3 class size numbers are and what we have to do if you go over that.
Right.
what is if you have to get a waiver, what is the maximum you can waiver in?
One, we can do up to 2 students over the maximum class size. So for third grade, it's 20 is the maximum. Right now, we're sitting at 21 in the Trenton Elementary third grade class.
So you could have another if you had to.
Mhm.
You could add another by waiver if you had to.
Yes, we would, yes, up to 2. After
I
that,
got you.
But this was caused
we're
by,
going into combo classes or
Gotcha.
something to that nature.
Yes, ma'am.
this was caused by added student, adding a student.
Enrollment numbers, they kind of,
Yeah.
they ebb and flow a little
Fluctuate,
bit
sorry.
around here. So as they come, and if we go over those numbers, we have to request a waiver from the state.
Got a motion, a second on the floor. All in favor?
All right,
Any opposed?
Thank you.
thank you.
Motion to enter into executive session pursuant to personnel policy.
Whatever it is, A136.
You can snap it right out, man.
Need a motion.
I make a motion.
Go ahead.
Second.
Got a motion,
Whichever.
got a motion, Mr. Walker, second by Mr. Yard. All in favor?
All right.
Any opposed? We're now into executive session.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You're welcome back.
You too.
You're welcome back after we come back.
Had enough.